Even I feel awkward asking the guy is not hitting the button.
No asking that. What do you say? Can we skip this button?
Hi besties, I am back with part 2 of asking my boyfriend uncomfortable questions. If you haven't watched part 1, then I'll put it in the link in the description. You should go watch that first. That one's a more wholesome version. But you guys keep commenting and saying that the questions I had asked were not uncomfortable enough and they need to be spicier. I had you guys ask me some juicy questions and Junie will be answering them today. How do you feel?
Yeah, can't wait.
As a reminder, these are the questions that you guys sent in, okay? Because everybody was blaming me for the questions last time, but you guys are the one who asked them. Do guys care if a girl repeats how much she loves him?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Wait. Did I understand it right?
Like
Saying
if I was like
you love
constantly
me?
being like, oh, I love you so much. Do you love me back?
Oh, like asking, oh, do you love me back? Like how often are we talking?
Like let's say like every day.
If the question, do you love me back hits, I feel like there's some deeper things that need to be like addressed.
Right.
I feel like it calls for a deeper conversation.
But if I just said like, I love you every day, it's fine.
Yeah, you love me every day?
Yeah.
I love you every day.
I just need you guys to see how he's sitting right now.
What?
Look at how you're sitting.
Is that weird? There's nowhere to put my feet.
This one's so juicy.
Oh no.
We're also filming this in his home.
It's my parents'
Your
house.
parents' house.
It's a very good location.
I know.
Great location to film this.
Okay. Even I feel awkward asking these. In the scenario,
Scenario. In a scenario.
you and your partner are doing the dirty. And as a girl, the girl doesn't finish. How do you tell the guy that you're not there, that the guy's not doing it? The guy is not hitting the button.
What? Why don't you just tell him? Find a time and have a deep conversation about it. Just tell him.
So like during it, should you tell him, hey?
Maybe not like during, maybe there's a better time to like, you know, talk about it in a way that makes both people feel like supported, you know, if it's someone you care about, something you really care about. Y'all asking that?
And there's nothing to be ashamed about that type of stuff either, because it's natural. You know, we're all different. Physical intimacy is a very important part in a relationship. So I think like that conversation is important to have, because if you never have that conversation, I feel like you're never going to be happy.
Wait, is there gonna be more of that stuff?
Not all of them, just some of them. This is a good one. You'll like this one. How do we deal with both changing as a couple? Some people are saying that's what kind of ruins their relationship.
I think it just starts with like making sure both people are on the same page in the beginning. Like I feel like people, you know, are bound to change as they get older. Consistently having conversations about it. So when, you know, things do sort of evolve, both people aren't necessarily like surprised.
I think also just doing what you think feels best, because you never know, some people might change for the worse. Change into someone you don't want to be in a relationship with.
Wait, I want to change my answer.
To what?
What was the question again? Change is okay, but like, do they still share the same values as you? Values is something as a couple, like, you guys should feel like strongly about together on what those are.
We're like the type of people who are very healthy lifestyle, wake up early, go to the gym, work. And we were talking about like, let's say one of us decides not to be on that routine anymore. Like what if one of us suddenly just like wants to be a couch potato and did not work out? That's like something that's more of a deeper conversation to have. Like, hey, like, you know, is everything okay? Because that change is really abnormal based on what you've told me in the past of what you liked. What are most guys' preferred body types on a girl? It was a common question I got, actually.
Can we skip this one?
Why?
Back to the values thing, like I really resonated the fact that you also prioritize having like a healthy and active lifestyle.
I feel like it's honestly based on preference.
Different people find different things attractive.
What is your opinion on girls with family issues? Like maybe it does not come from a good family.
Family is very important to me. You know, I understand like circumstances, sort of happen, don't really know sort of like their own situation, accept that, understand that.
I think it's very important to acknowledge family relationships in your romantic relationship, because I feel like that relationship affects how you act in this current one. Not only of your partner to be accepting if they want to be or not, but also kind of on you to acknowledge the relationship you have with your family and learn to move forward and still be able to build a healthy romantic relationship as well. Since we've been dating and living together, what have we learned about each other that we may not have known about each other before?
How much you care about me. As we continue to date and those experiences come up, like I do get sick, or I, come home from a bad day. You have those moments where, I see that you're there to support me, you're there to take care of me, like, and help me figure out and get through some challenges that I have. And so I think that's like continual like understanding of that and how much I appreciate that. It's a big thing for me because it makes me feel so loved by you and something I really appreciate.
Good. So you feel like I care about you. Did you feel like I didn't care about you before?
No, not that you didn't care about me. I just think like that like emotion has been like
it just amplified.
Yeah, amplified more.
Well, I do care about you. Mine
what's
is
yours?
I feel like there's so many things. He has a very youthful energy. I feel like when we first started talking, like my first impression of you was just very like business guy. Like obviously like going into a relationship, like you want to have like a good time in your relationship and make jokes, but I didn't expect for us to laugh so much. Well, what I like is that you are able to handle the way that I act. Like if you were a really serious person, I don't think I would be comfortable expressing how I am fully.
I have another one for you. Honestly, one of the bigger ones too is your homebody. I thought you were like very like I would love to go out and like do stuff, and I think you still do, but right. I think like now that we've been dating for a bit, like you really like your time home. How
do guys fall in love?
I think it's different for every guy. Some guys love at first sight.
Yeah.
Oh my god, down bad. But other guys sometimes might not even recognize like what they have in front of them. He plays it off where he doesn't really see it, right? Until like it's super obvious.
So what made you fall in love with me? You said it pretty early on.
You said like, I think
like
3
third,
months fourth. Actually falling in love is like the combination of, yes, like the attraction, but also the bond and everything about this person. Like it's just your person, it's just a feeling. I guess it really is just a feeling in your gut. It was a feeling in my stomach that I woke up that day. And I felt like when I looked at her, I just had to tell her. Yeah. And that was that feeling of love for me. When I'm with you, like, I wouldn't want to be with anyone else.
Yeah.
Why do you say yeah? Like, yeah, that's weird.
No. The feeling of love and being in love is so complicated because I think when you're in the beginning of the relationship, there's just so much like that rush. You feel like it's love. You're like, oh my god. How I know that we truly love each other is like once we've been together for longer and like maybe like the hard moments that we've gone through and like overcome.
That's so true. Like you have all these feelings and it's intense, right? The definition of love evolves. Like when I say I love you now, the word love means different, even more things than it did.
Why are some guys not so straightforward with their feelings? In terms of maybe telling them someone that they like them, but also what I saw a lot was like when guys are upset about things in relationship, they don't really say it as much.
I feel like for the first one is like maybe they don't know either, or they're also like scared of like what initiating that can create. Or they're just, nervous too. When you're in a relationship and maybe there's an argument or an issue that arises, I feel like we like to try to keep our heads down and like accept that things are okay. I feel like guys like want to be like, oh, they want to provide, or they want to like be the person in the relationship that can do X or do Y. If they say that issue, like the relationship might change, so they hold back and sort of hold these thoughts in, and it can be very. I think it could be very like, honestly, dangerous too, right? It could create like resentment, it could create a lot of different things.
What do you recommend guys doing then? Clearly I feel like a lot of guys do that.
Let the girl know for guys.
It doesn't make you any less. it makes you more, actually. This is another question I got asked a lot, and it's about periods. Do guys feel uncomfortable when girls talk about their periods?
I mean, I personally don't. I feel like I gotta know what's going on and what's creating stress or emotions for you.
I mean, if you guys are, you know, doing
What are you saying?
If he can like talk about doing the dirty, but he can't talk about your period, it kind of goes hand in hand. An important part of like how you react and how you feel during the months, that's something that we talked about a lot in our relationship, is learning about the cycle. You need to make sure you educate your man on that.
Luteal phase, fellas.
This is what you said the last video. That's the only phrase you know. What do guys universally like that girls wear?
I like your style.
Thank you. What is my style?
I like the Shark style.
Is there like something specific that I wear that you're like, oh yeah, I like that?
What is that? Coquette?
Coquette? You think I'm very coquette?
But also sometimes it's like kind of sophisticated, like stylistic, fashion, urban, chic.
It's like so, don't think you even know what any of those mean. Classy, feminine, street
Roar.
style. What? What did you say? Roar? What style is that? Edgy?
Cut that out, cut that out.
Okay, name an outfit that I've worn that you've really liked.
I love your like midi dress, the white dress midi. Low-rise baggy jean with like a crop top, the short t-shirt. Pull up the picture in Korea.
How do guys handle a breakup?
Depends on the guy. Some guys are like right back at it. And maybe that means they like were already kind of mentally breaking up like within the relationship. Other guys take it like also really poorly. It could be really sad, right? Really emotional. When I had my breakup, I don't think I went on any dates for like 6-7 months at least. Wasn't really on my mind, just sort of like focused on myself.
When was the last time you cried?
Wow, getting real personal here, huh? I think it was when we had an emotionally intense conversation. It wasn't even like anything like existential to the relationship per se, but I think it was just sort of like expectations, I think. You know, recognizing efforts and things, right, that we have done it for each other. Sometimes you just have to get things out. I think like from doing that, we've also grown and learned a lot. Yeah, guys cry.
Yeah.
Cry. You know, we have emotions too.
Okay, the last question is, do guys have a guy code, a bro code? Because girls have their own girl code.
Yeah, I think so. Generally speaking, you have like a mutual respect for each other if that's someone like you know. You
know, because like girl code is like being a girl's girl. Like, don't date my ex. Is that a thing that guys have too?
I mean, I think, yeah, but I have like seen situations where it's like maybe a guy likes another friend's like sister or like, you know, previous relationship, right, or whatever, and like have a really like honest conversation about it.
Just having a conversation about it.
I think if like they're like super serious, then yeah, I probably should talk about it. I feel like I wasn't very clear about that.
That's okay. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching this part 2 of asking uncomfortable questions to my boyfriend. These were genuinely uncomfortable. I think he didn't want to answer like half of these, but I forced him anyway. So don't forget to like and subscribe and comment what other videos you would want to see us do next. And I will see you guys next Saturday.
Bye.
Bye.